Hey guys, DragX Gaming here back with a new video. So in today's video, you probably have seen the title, so you know that I am making a mob grinder slash mob spawner, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to get straight into the video. So, the tutorial, whatever. The first thing you want to do is get out a block. It can be whatever block you want, because you're just going to be scaffolding with it. I suggest it being gravel or sand, or maybe even cobblestone, but gravel and sand are the easiest, and you'll see why in like a minute or two. The next thing you have to do is get out a map. So let's take out a map and look at my coordinates. So right here it says y equals 69. I'm actually gonna go, because this spot was where I wanted to build it earlier. Y equals 65. So I'm gonna place this block down and build up till I get to y equals 165. So you want to get 100 blocks higher. The reason for this is because mobs can spawn within 120 blocks of where you are. So if you are 100 blocks above the ground, then mobs can't spawn in as many caves as they could have if you were not on the ground. So I'm almost done. 63, 63, 64. So that should be 64. So my next block is going to be the building block that I'm going to use. So I'm going to use cobblestone for this part. And the reason why I said to use gravel or sand, it's the easiest, is because you could just place that down and it'll break it all and you don't have to worry about mining it all back down. So I'm going to go back to the top and here's our cobblestone. So this will eventually all fall down. As you can see, it's all going down. So at this point, you want to make a 2x2 square. This square is where your mobs are going to land. The next step has to do with redstone. Now, the next step you're going to do is for if you want to have it so that mobs can fall, and instead of having to kill them, they automatically fall and you just get the items. I suggest you build this anyway because you might mess up later on in the tutorial if you don't build it. Just has to do with the amount of blocks high you go. So the next thing you want to do is count 2 blocks down, actually 3 blocks down, and break the top block. You want to make a little platform, same thing, right underneath it like that. This is where the redstone comes in. You're going to take 4 sticky pistons, some redstone, not a lot, just a little bit, 4 repeaters, and a lever. Now you could break these 4 blocks, put your pistons down, and then place the blocks back down. Now that you have this part, you have to extend on this in a square sort of thing. So you have to make a square around this box, just like I'm doing here. Now on either side, or on 2 of the sides, you have to add 3. You don't have to add all 4, you could keep that spot blank. And same for this side. So it should look something like this. Alright. Now comes the actual redstone. You place 2 repeaters in like that, and follow the redstone down to here. Next, you put 2 repeaters on the other side, and just connect up this redstone. So now I'm going to add our button. In either one of the corners, it doesn't matter which corner, we're going to replace the block and place redstone over it. Now here, actually, do I want to do it like this? I'm not sure if I should do it like this or, you know, yeah, I'll do it like this. So actually I'm going to make this sandstone so that's easier to understand. And why is that? Sorry. So now when you close it, what I meant, these have to be repeaters too. These 2. Sorry for the mistake. Now it should work. As you can see, now it works. If you don't have enough repeaters, you can also just add another couple blocks and go like this. That works as well. And you don't need to waste your repeaters. So now I suggest using half slabs just because it makes it a little bit easier and mobs can't spawn on half slabs. If you want to use regular blocks, you can, but your regular blocks would be placed over there. Your half slabs would be placed up here. Now, one little thing, if you do use regular blocks, you have to have a half slab over here and over here. But if you're doing it with half slabs, you're going to be doing it a layer up, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to build it out a little bit more so that we have a little base sort of thing. And the next thing we're going to do is build up. This takes a lot of materials. So you're going to have a lot of cobblestone or whatever you want to build it with to do this. So now if we flick it, it goes up. Oops. And if we flick it, it goes down. So the next step is to count up 3. 1, 2, 3. I want to delete these 2 and go back out 1. So what happens is it should look like this. Not what happens, whatever. You also want to have half slabs underneath that block. So in here, you have to make a square surrounding this other square. So it's like a lot of squares. And you'll see in a second why you need half slabs. You don't need the corners because mobs aren't gonna go into the corners. So you could delete the corners if you want. You don't need them, but you can have them if you want them and have the materials. So on this mode, the mobs will spawn, they will fall, and go directly on here, and they will die instantly. And they cannot get out, even if they if witches spawn, they have a little bit extra health, they can't get out. Now, if we have this pushed up, they will fall down, die, and then you can, they won't die. You can punch them once, maybe twice, depending on what mob it is, and then they will die, and you can get XP from it. So from this block, you want to count up 22. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You can't mess up on this. If you mess up on that, your whole entire thing will be ruined. So I'm going to double check, make sure, and you have to do this on all 4 sides. But I'm going to do it count up and finish the side with you guys. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So you want to just fill these up on all 4 sides. I'll catch up with you in a couple of seconds. Alright, so I just finished this. So this should all look like this. I say this a lot. Your spawner so far should look like that. Next thing you want to do is clear your inventory, or you don't actually clear your inventory, but get out some signs and 4 vines. So you place the signs on the second to last block, or the second to top block on 2 of the sides, and then place vines on top of those signs. The signs stop the vines from growing down too far, and the vines reset the mob's health. So as you can see, if I jump down, it slows me down and then I fall. The reason you need this is because you will have multiple layers, and the multiple layers will mean that the mobs are falling from different heights, and you don't want them to die when they're not supposed to die. Alright, so the next step, sorry guys if I'm coughing. The next step is to go out blocks. You want to go out 8 blocks. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and place a block on top of that. Then you want to go back, and I should probably have some swiftness out. Let me actually get some swiftness. Where is that potion? Right over here. Alright. And then you want to go around and fill in this space. You want to do this on all 4 sides. So I'm going to do it on one more side, just so that you can see what it is, or it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up, and then back. And then lastly, fill it in like this, and wrap it around, and fill it back. So I'll do the rest and get back to you in a second. Alright guys, so I just finished this, and it should look just like this. If you didn't do it like this, then it's probably wrong and you should restart. So the reason you counted back 8 blocks is because you want to put some water down. So you're going to put 2 buckets, 1 in each corner, on every single side. The reason it's 8 is because of this. And 1 in each side right there. And lastly, right over there. Now if you place it just in one side, it does not work because 1 block would be missing. So you have to place in each corner. Alright, so after you do that, your thing should look like this, with all the water going through in each side. The next step is to add another layer. Let's get out some more cobblestone, and add 1 more layer over here, just across all the sides. Just like we did before, except you only have to add it over here. Alright, so now that this is done, you want to fill in the space. What I mean by that is just go like this. And you want to fill it in on every corner. By fill it in, I mean go all the way from one side to another and make it like a platform. So I'll catch you guys once I finish doing that. Alright, so once you've done that, it should look approximately like this depending on what blocks you have. I mean, if you don't have stone, it won't look like the stone bricks. But you guys know what I mean. Now the next thing is to make the walls. The walls are going to be too high, so you're just going to go 1, 2, and do this throughout the whole entire thing. While I'm doing this, I'm going to describe to you, or I'm going to tell you about spiders. So spiders can climb. So when they fall, they won't die when you want them to die, and they won't be a one-hit kill when you want them to be a one-hit kill. So in my opinion, I don't really like spiders, but if you need the string, then you can have the spiders. So the way spiders work is they spawn within a 3x3 area. So in order to prevent them from spawning, you have to make it so that there is no 3x3 areas. And remember, they can't spawn on half slabs. So this is what you do. You take a half slab and go to the very center. So since there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you go to the 4th block and the 4th block. So this is the center. It should be the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, since this is the center, you want to count out 2 and place the block down. Count out 2, place it down. So there is no 3x3 area. If you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but then there's this here. If you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, there's this one here. So there's no way that they could possibly spawn. It's impossible. So I'm only going to do this on one side because I don't really feel like taking the time to do it on all 4 sides. But this is what you would do if you don't want spiders. Alright, so I decided that I was going to do it on all 4 sides. So the next thing you want to take out is some, what's it called? I can't find them because I forgot what they're called. Trapdoors, that's what they're called. Are they in here? No, they're here, right? Yep, right here. The reason for the trapdoor is because the mobs think that this is a block. So when you step on it, you won't fall in. But when it's open, if you step on it, you will fall in. Now the mobs aren't smart enough to know that when you step on it, that they will fall in. They just think it's an actual block. So you want to do this on all of the sides and make it like that on each corner. And you might want to use some swiftness, I don't know. So I'll catch with you in a couple of seconds once I'm done. Alright, so I'm done and I just set the time to day. So this is what your first layer should look like. The mobs will spawn, they'll think this is a block, fall in, they will reset their health, and fall down here. Now the reason I said reset their health is because I'm going to make multiple layers. So mobs can spawn within 2 blocks. Most mobs spawn within 2 blocks, besides Endermen, which Endermen don't like the water anyway, so it won't work with them. So what you want to do is take out another block. I'm going to use whatever cobblestone and stone bricks again, and go diagonal above the corner, just like that. So if you see right here, the mobs will spawn underneath the 2 blocks, and then walk, fall, and die. So I'm going to fill in all the layer, but you don't want to fill in the 2 right here, because that is where they're going to fall into. So we're going to do that, and I'll catch you guys right when you're done. Alright guys, so I finished the 2nd floor, and decided to spawn in a skeleton. The reason I did this is to show you how it works. So you push it, I'm just going to push it in for the tutorial, the purposes. It's going to roll down, go through, it's going to fall, and it's going to die once it hits the bottom because we're on that setting. So I'm going to do every step what you're supposed to do on the 2nd layer, or the 1st layer on the 2nd one. Put all of the trapdoors, make a 2 high wall, and that's really all. You don't need to put the water stream because they'll fall in from here. And you also, I'm not going to put the spider stoppers because I don't really feel like it. I'm pretty lazy right now. So I'm going to add in these and the walls and catch with you once I'm done with that. Alright guys, so now that you've done that, I actually added a full another layer. So now I have 3 layers. You can add as many as you want, but don't go like overboard and add 15. I'd say 5 or 6 is a reasonable amount. So after you've at your final layer, which I'm going to make is 3, and you have your walls, you want to just make a ceiling. So the way you want to do that is just have a block up and fill it in, just like everything else. And after you fill it in, you want to place torches all over the top so that the mobs don't spawn on the top of your thing. Because you don't want mobs spawning on the top when, like, if mobs spawn on the top, then they can't spawn on the inside. So it reduces the amount of mobs that spawn, having the top unlit. Also, when you're doing the roof, you do want to fill in every single spot, not just the spots without, like, right here. When we made the layers, we didn't fill in this part, but when you do the final layer, the roof, you do want to fill in that part. I'll be right back once I filled in all of it. Alright guys, so once you've done that, and you've filled up the roof with a lot of torches, you're actually done. So what I'm going to do is, we actually already got some visitors. I'm going to pick this up. Oh, how did he get down here? Oh, I have to place some torches over here. Let's just hit these guys off, and then they're going to die. Come on. No, that's not so good. Let's place that redstone back. Redstone back here, and then I'll take out a sword so that I can kill him without breaking any blocks again. Alright, so you're done. You might want to put some torches down here as well, just so that they don't spawn down here, because as you just saw, a couple creepers did spawn down here. You also might want to place some torches, maybe some, where's that glowstone? Some like glowstone blocks in the corners maybe, just to reduce spawning nearby and to make it not look so ugly, because it looks pretty ugly in the dark. So yeah, you're done. Let's just kill some of these for now, right now. I'm actually only going to use a sword, because if I don't in creative mode, then I could accidentally break blocks. But so yeah, you're done. This was a pretty easy build. I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe for more of this awesomeness videos. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, if you guys get me to 1,000 subscribers, then I will be posting my setup tour. So I hope you did enjoy. I'm DragX Gaming, and I'm out. Subscribe for more awesomeness.